So is it just us? Was none of the others, Codec or Eros, able to join us?
No. They weren't. Their loss. And I'm not worried about getting too far ahead of them. Again, they are flex characters. They can go back and watch the stream. Codec would have liked to have joined us, but he was only going to be able to play for like half an hour at this point. So it really wasn't,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we are all here. As soon as Wymil gets his camera rolling, we will begin.
You can begin. I'm working on it.
Okay. So basically, y'all finished the dungeon. Well, you took the quick route through the dungeon. You gained your level at level 4. Again, I'm going to just ask one last time, did y'all want to clear this place out or leave it be? Again, most of the stuff you're going to fight from here on out in this campaign, in this dungeon, is natural denizens of the dungeon. So it's up to you guys. I personally, myself, would not, but it's whatever y'all want to do.
I would rather not.
If this was XP based, I'd be like, yeah, let's do it. But
Right, and we're not doing XP, we're doing milestones. So
I would murder hobo everything.
murder ho, you say?
Yes, murder hoes. I like murder hoes.
That's like in character. We would probably want to clear out the dungeon. Just because we're not sure like what else is going on here. But
Not necessarily. I don't know about. I can't speak for Shim and Siri, but we did what we came here to do. There's very little to no presence. The remnants of the cult that's left is no real threat. We destroyed the dragon eggs.
I think that was what he was implying, is that we're not 100% sure. Our characters would not be 100% sure that all the eggs are gone.
Right.
Unless, say, for instance, we one of the prisoners let spill that, hey, there was only this one nest, and then we would know.
I can't see them, like, even in character, I can't see them having multiple nests.
yeah, that makes sense. One breeding area is a lot easier to defend than 2 or 3. But
They could be weirdos and like, all right, blue dragon eggs here, black dragon eggs here.
That makes sense.
From like just from an adventurer's point of view, it's like there's still a relative unknown in this cavern. Like, we don't know if there's like a dragon just chilling out in here, and again, we don't want to run into a dragon, so
we are not ready for dragon.
But that, you know what? I talked myself around it. Let's leave.
all right.
Let's not be here when Mom finds her broken eggs.
Exactly.
Okay.
Which I'm about, by the way. In character, of course.
So, if you go to the bottom of this map, you'll see I have an icon. Nobody can control it but me. This is the party icon to show you where you're at on the map.
Well,
So, you cleared out the dragon hatchery, and you would be heading back to the town of Greenest, which will be here. In the town of Greenest, essentially, you would regroup with other party members. You would find out that Leosin has been kind enough to leave each of you a horse to cut down the travel time between Greenest and El Terrell, allowing you to make it there in about 6 days with no trouble.
Yo, this is one wealthy ass monk.
You know, he didn't have to do that considering we already have a team of horses and wagon, but I mean, I guess thank you.
Right. But that's the way the module's written. Like you have, he left each of you a horse to expedite your traveling time.
Yeah, I don't think we had the wagon.
Well, the wagon's back at Greenest.
Right.
It helps.
Because our kitty cat friend and our guard friend took back the captured kobolds and all the loot on the carts.
Correct. Speaking
So
of
that
which,
ready for us back at Greenest.
would anybody like to talk to the kobolds?
Yeah, me.
Okay. You go to the guard of the prison in Greenest, where they are keeping them held, and of course you tell him you would like to speak with them, so he lets you in. What do you say? You approach the cell. What do you say?
Hey, do you remember me?
Yes, you were the one who spared us.
Yeah, I was just wanting to get to know you guys a little bit better. Some time right now. I remembered you guys were here. You guys have families, like the kids.
We have a pack.
Oh yeah? Any friends that you care for?
He's my friend. And he points
You
to the
guys are
kobold next
friends?
to him. Yeah, we're friends.
So, would you guys say you love each other or care for each other?
I mean, I wouldn't say love, but like we are friends. Like we've known each other our whole lives.
Would you protect each other from other threats or
Yes, like the pack protects the pack.
well, have you heard of Bahamut?
Ah, big high dragon. Yes.
Well, if you take how you feel about your friend, how you feel about each other, and try and think about that feeling and apply it to anyone that you don't necessarily know. That's how I feel. The way you feel about your friends, that's how I feel about everyone in general. So the way you guys would protect each other, I would protect strangers. I would do anything I could to keep them safe, to make them feel good. And that's kind of Bahamut's philosophy. Do you think that's something you guys can relate to?
Um, we have never experienced it. Um, we were born into servitude.
Really?
Yes.
That's unfortunate. Well, I genuinely hope you guys get out of here and are able to do good in the world. I believe in you. I believe you can. The short time I've known you, I mean, you guys didn't keep fighting. You chose nonviolence, and that's great. And I think you could continue that throughout the rest of your lives if you. I will do what I can to help you get out of here. Um, it would make me feel better to know that if you did get out, you would. I mean, heck, you could come with us and spread goodness everywhere. Help out people who need it, just like you would do for a friend, except you would do it for other people.
You mean like a knight?
Yeah,
You make kobolds knight?
sure. Do you like that?
I would. One kobold turns and looks at the other and is like, "You want to be a knight?"
Mate.
And the other kobold responds, "Big High Dragoness may not like it." To which the one who said, "You want to be a knight," responds with, "She's talking about Big High Dragon, not Big High Dragoness."
And I would argue that he's better than the other, personally. And plus, you get to be nice. Instead of going around in servitude doing mean things, you could do nice things.
The one who was like, "Big High Dragoness may not like that," looks at you, like, genuinely, with these big kobold eyes, says, "I don't want to be a knight. I want to be a paladin."
God.
All you have to do is believe in yourself. You can be whatever you want to be. I believe in you.
You take us with with you and teach us how to be paladin?
I can help you find someone who could. I personally don't know the paladin ways, but I'm sure there's plenty of people who would be willing to help you out with that. And I'll help you find them.
Uh, the one who's talking about being a paladin just looks over at the other one, grabs him, is like, "I'm gonna be a paladin."
Great. Is there someone around here I can ask about when you guys are getting out of here?
Give her terms like when hell freezes over, if a frog had wings, it wouldn't bump its ass. Pick one of those. Insert comment here.
The guardsman at the post says, "Honestly, if you take him with you and get him out of our hair, you can take him right now."
Or everything I just said doesn't apply at all.
Really? Yeah. Can you get him out of here and we'll be on our way? That'd be great.
Sure. He goes to the gate, unlocks the key, pulls them out of the cage, closes the door back, and says, "If you two make any trouble in this town again, actually, just don't come back to this town. Ever. Please."
I'm gonna look at the kobolds and spread my arms and say, "Can I have a hug?"
They give you a hug.
Ah, that's great. Okay, let's go.
You now have 2 Kobold Companions for the party.
Trap and bait. Hoo-ha-ha.
Where's everyone?
So, fun fact about kobolds, they do value their own lives. These 2, in particular, were born into, basically they were hatched by the cult from kobold eggs and were enslaved from birth. They've never had an opportunity to try and know anything about Bahamut whatsoever. Their whole lives have been dedicated to Tiamat, so you are now essentially giving them an opportunity to be able to do something they're not. And they are willing to take that in exchange for not being killed. So you now have 2 lawful neutral kobolds in the party. I'm not going to say lawful good yet because they were lawful evil, so their alignment did shift.
Sweet. I'm gonna bring up to wherever the rest of the party is.
Okay. The rest of the party. You see Siri walk out of the jail and approach the wagon full of goods and stuff that you have to transport.
Look out.
With 2 kobolds.
Say, look who I found.
You know, there are perfectly good human retainers you can buy if you're looking for followers or servants.
No, but these guys are special. They're really good.
Like special riding the short bus?
To each their own, I suppose.
I don't know what that means, but
Okay, special riding the short wagon?
they're very driven. I'm going to knight this one as soon as I can carry out the official ceremony. This is the best place for it. We need like an official place for everything. And the other one would like to be a paladin, which I can't help him with, but
I'm looking over at Vor
requires-
going, I thought you were the royalty.
Knighting requires a royal charter. There must be a nobleman
Oh,
with the rights to anoint knights.
I'm sure we'll figure it out. I know what I'm doing.
You say you know what you're doing?
Yeah. So where are we going next?
The mayor approaches you because he has recently heard that you just arrived back in Greenest. So, right after this little interaction, after you leave the cell with the 2 kobolds and regroup, the mayor walks up and says, or the governor, and says, Leosin has made his way to El Terrell, and he made sure to purchase from our local stable some horses for you to help aid you in your progress. I notice you have a wagon already. We'll just add some extra reins to it to make the wagon go faster with more horses pulling it.
Okay, I can't complain.
So now you have 8 horses for the party and a wagon being pulled by 8 horses.
Do the horses have names?
No.
You can give them names.
Dancer, Prancer, Comet, Vixen, Donner, Cupid. That's all that I remember.
Comet
No.
and Blitz.
Yeah, those guys.
Yes.
Yeah, there we go. 8 horses, I mean.
Oh, that's perfect.
Wow.
How'd you come up with those so fast?
I had rabbits growing up.
Okay.
Till we turned them into a stew, because that's what you do when you're hungry.
That's true.
I look over to Kobolds.
You know, make us stew.
Yes, we'll make you a stew. Absolutely.
No.
You don't like stew?
We don't want to be stew.
I said I'll make you a stew.
I don't want you to make me a stew. Now, if you want to
A
give
stew
me
for
stew,
them to eat?
if you would like to give me stew, I will not turn it down, but I will not be made stew.
We'll figure it all out later. It's okay.
Okay.
Shim's still not sure about this.
About what?
A verbally sensitive kobold. I didn't see that coming.
You got to think who the DM is. I pick up on words.
You picked up what I meant. It's okay. Look over Shem, whisper very quietly, "Don't worry, we can arrange an accident later."
I hear that.
Why would we do that?
Because I'm 10 feet from the edge.
Ah, fair enough, sir. I see what you did there.
Okay, so you've pretty much gotten everything that you could get from the town of Greenest. You've done everything here that you can do. Are you ready to depart for El Terrell?
We got our reward in the way of the invisibility potion.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to think, was there anything? Oh, we got the wizard. Did we ever catch her name? That we sent her here too.
Yes. Her name is Frulum Mundath. And, Leosin has requested that you bring her with you.
Boy, you were just going to drop that ball, weren't you? If I hadn't brought that up, you would have had us forgetting the fact that the guy wants us to bring her with us too.
Probably.
Oh, he's like, oh, I'm glad you brought it up. Here, I have another person to worry about. Thanks.
In fact.
Okay, I guess I'm going to talk to her. Who wants us to take her?
Leosin.
The mayor?
Leosin, the monk who hired
Okay. And he's not here to negotiate. I mean, I'm assuming I'm talking to the mayor, yes?
you. Yes.
Okay, he's not here to negotiate?
No.
Well, good luck with that.
Leosin is not there to negotiate. The mayor is.
I know, and I tell the mayor, good luck with that and having your prisoner.
Well, that's why he gave you the horses.
Oh, now we're getting stipulations. They can't look a gift horse in the mouth, I guess.
Did he say why we should bring her?
Essentially, he is asking you to escort her to El Terrell. He did not give details. They have more news or more information for you once you arrive.
Okay, so if we're going El Terrell, I'm assuming we have the map, correct?
Yes.
Are we taking the path through these other cities, or are you having us cross country this shit?
You will essentially go this route here.
No peens for me.
Are you watching?
Uh-huh. Now I see. Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna go through Scornruble. Okay.
But we're not going to go through Burdusk?
But we will. That's on the road.
Well, he had us kind of going off to the side, so I was just making sure.
Well, that's just the marker where the town is. The road probably passes through the town.
Mm-hmm. But it doesn't give me any information on passing through those towns.
I don't know. I can't understand why he would want her. It seems like it would be more trouble than it's worth to escort her all that way.
Maybe she knows something.
I mean, he did give us 6 more horses, or 6 more horses worth the extra effort.
They're 200 gold apiece for those horses.
Yeah, nah, these ones look sickly and frail. I wouldn't give more than 100.
They do not look sickly at all. They're very
Hold
healthy.
on,
Is
Hold
El
on.
Terrell the capital of this area?
No.
Does El Terrell have any sway over what the happenings of the area that Greenest is in?
No.
It'd be more apt to think of them like city-states.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no one lord to rule them all in this area.
No.
Okay.
Now, not only do we got to watch our back with these Kobold, we have to watch our back with her, too. All right, I guess we should go have a talk with her. Anybody want to join me?
It would be wise to set the terms of her parole while she is traveling with us. You still have those manacles?
I'm assuming yes.
Yes.
It wasn't our character, but I'm assuming yes.
Yes.
Let's go.
Oh, well, I think Siri should come with us because apparently she's the bleeding heart who wants to recruit everybody. So.
I said I was coming.
Oh, okay. Just making sure.
Kobolds, are you coming too?
I don't think we need them for this. What is the
Let's
Kobold's intelligence, by the way? Just out of character.
Let's not chance them being influenced by their old boss. They've had their entire life to be conditioned to serve the cult. Let's not let her have an opportunity to turn them back.
Okay, I'm going to ask the kobolds to watch our wagon and horse.
Okay.
Should not trust them.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised by the amount of trust you're giving these guys too. Do you know something that I don't?
Maybe I see the good in others and you don't have that
Well,
ability.
I mean, literally just yesterday they were trying to kill me.
And then we stopped. I mean, you were trying
Yesterday's
to.
enemies can be today's.
No, if I was trying to kill them, they would be dead.
What did you say, Waffle?
Yesterday's enemies could be today's friends.
Yes, but I still don't trust them to watch my goods after one day of good behavior.
Neither does Shim. That's why Shim's staying behind.
It's actually been closer to 3 days that they've been in jail, not one.
Yes, but they've only been around me one.
Yeah.
Because we sent them away to the jail. So I'm still accurately and factual.
So these two kobolds in particular are very aware of the fact that you are exponentially stronger than they are. They value their lives, so they are not going to do much to piss you off.
Well, it's still RP, and it's still one of those things that time shows. Their actions will eventually show, but I just don't trust in 2 seconds. That's just my character. I don't trust Vor, and I've been with him for a while. Sorry, personality traits. I'm just playing my character.
You're good.
I know somebody who won't be getting heals.
The Kobold? Oh, Mr. Bagger, you want to know who the squishy is? It's that guy right there. Don't worry, I won't stop you. All right, so...
Okay, so you go to find Frolum, Mundrath.
Literally. 5 minutes.
Frolum, Mundrath.
Ooh. Okay, so my mute button is not working again. Cool, got it.
You should go.
So, you go, you find her. She's in a cell, prisoner. What do you do? How do you have this interaction?
The questioning was your idea. I'm content to put her in shackles and keep her sacked. Keep a sack on her head while she travels in the back of the cart.
So it would seem we need to transport you. And I'll never remember your name unless I write it down.
Frolum, Mundrath.
Even then.
Write it in your hand.
Brawlum, can you grab a piece of paper, honey? Brawlum. Man, there's gotta be do you have like a nickname?
No.
No?
Most people are too afraid of me to give me a nickname.
We got to fix that, okay? I mean, you're a lovely lady. You should have a nickname. Anyway, we have to escort you up to, I can't see the name of the town because our personal icon is half on it, but up to that town. Frolum?
Have to escort you up north.
Frolum, what?
Frulam.
Bro.
Mundrath. Mondrath.
Okay, Frolum Mundrath. Okay.
So you're supposed to take me where?
I don't know what the name of the town is, but I tell her north, whatever the town is. I gave her the name, but yeah, that one. So, out of character, when she was in the dungeon, when she was casting, did I notice that she needed a wand? Did she need a spell book? Would I have been able to take from that situation and know what her particulars are?
She had a book. She had a staff.
Okay, so for argument's sake, I'm going to assume, since we're escorting her, they're going to give us that stuff and we're going to keep it under lock and key, but we have it available should, she have a change of heart too. Who knows? We're all bleeding hearts in this group. Looking over at Siri.
Do you say that in character?
No, this has been out of character. I specifically said out of character.
Okay.
So I know if we don't give her spell book back, can she still cast? Would I know that?
You're a barbarian, right?
Correct.
You would not know that.
But I'm also a bounty hunter. If I've ever had to track or take a prisoner of this kind, I would have gained information. My trade would be information.
So any spellcaster can cast cantrips without their spellcasting focus.
If we allow her to be well rested.
No. Any caster can cast.
Oh, cantrips. That's
any
right.
cantrip without a spellcasting focus.
Damn it. All right. So I'm not even. So anyway, I would like to make this as pleasant for everybody as involved as I possibly can.
Okay.
And this is me talking to her again. So what kind of understanding do me and you need to come to make this as easy as a journey as we can for everybody involved?
Honestly, at this point, if I was to go back to the cult, they'd probably try and kill me. So, I don't know. I'm not going to try and make things harder on you guys because what's the point? I'm safer in your care than I am trying to go back to the cult.
Why would they try and kill you?
Because I was taken prisoner, and if I leaked any information to you, then they would kill me. And because I was a prisoner that would have just been let go or escaped somehow, just out of the risk of leaked information, they would have killed me.
That makes sense.
And I'm sorry about your friend. He was a very brave warrior.
I respected him as a warrior.
As did I, actually. Well, in this case, let's go talk to the mayor and see what we need to do to get you released as well. Was there anybody else? Because I know the mercenary would have already been back in town. And there was also that other kobold that was in the cave. Did we keep him as well, too? Or is he still rotting in the dungeon?
He's still in the dungeon. Oh, no, you took both the kobolds.
There was a third one that we found drunk in that room by himself, and we just manacled him up. Remember?
That was a cultist.
That was a human.
Not a kobold.
That was a human. Okay, is he still here?
No, y'all never really messed with him. He was pretty much surrounded by denizens of the dungeon at that point. Easy cannon fodder for them.
I thought we said we got him out, but that's all right. Same
I think
difference.
we restrained him, manacled him. I think.
The second
Left him there.
mercenary?
No,
No,
the one
drunk
we
guy.
found in the room that was drunk off his ass, and we manacled up after we cleared the whole room.
Whoops.
But I mentioned whenever we were taking her that if he was grabbed too, and he said he was, but it's not a big deal. It's one character point. Okay, so we got to go talking to. I guess I'm gonna talk to the jailer. So are you get under instructions to let us have her?
We are.
Oh, okay. Well, open up the cell.
He opens the cell, lets her out, and puts shackles on her.
I kind of look at her and for a moment say, "Are they needed?"
Why don't you determine that yourself? And if you feel like they're not needed, you can take them off. If you feel like they are, you can leave them on.
Right now, I'm asking for your cooperation. If you tell me they're not needed, I'll leave them off. But the moment you betray my trust, they will go back on. Do you believe they're needed?
It's up to you to decide.
Why don't we give this some time? Leave them on right now. You can always take them off.
If I'm
Unless we
going to
don't have
try,
a key.
if I'm going to trust a Kobold blindly, I can trust her as well. Leave them off.
He does not shackle her. And she looks at you, a little confused, says thank you. Seems that
We
the
all
world's
deserve a
not
little-
full of all bad people.
We all need a little bit of dignity. But don't be mistaken. I am watching. And with that, we're going to lead her out to the wagon.
Okay. You head out to the wagon. You have your prisoner and you have your two new companions with you. The two kobolds have a fondness of Ciri because she is the first person in this entire existence of theirs that has shown them any amount of kindness.
Hey, wait a minute. I didn't kill him when I had a chance. I would say she's the second person.
That's showing restraint, not kindness.
I don't know. I'd like to argue that point, sir, but go ahead. I allow you to live. That is a kindness.
But you head off to El Terrell. Would you like to have any interactions with the kobolds or Frelum during this 6-day trip to El Terrell?
Frolum?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the wizard.
Your prisoner.
I'm going to just chat with them along the way and ask about their life, how they grew up,
They tell
get to know them.
They tell you stories about how they used to be bullied by the cultists and stuff, and when they were smaller kobolds, if they messed anything up, they'd be kicked and treated poorly and basically thrown scraps for food most of their lives. Just very unpleasant things that they have experienced throughout life.
I'm asking her too if she's with us.
She tells you that she actually joined the cult in the pursuit of power, and that she doesn't really have any true loyalty to the cult because she feels like they betrayed her. And everything that she has done has been in the pursuit of power and the knowledge of dragons. Not necessarily good or evil, just in general.
In general. What do you mean pursuit of dragons? What do you consider
Knowledge of dragons. Pursuit of knowledge of
knowledge
dragons.
of dragons?
So she
Oh.
studies dragons. And she figured that
Oh,
joining the cult would do two things. One, help her obtain the power that she seeks through life in order to achieve her goals. And two, to obtain more knowledge about dragons, like their diet, how their behaviors are, what the different colors of dragons are like in general based on type of dragon, dragon breath attacks, stuff like that. Any information she could gather about any type of dragon, she has gathered it.
Has this been an
She could
interest
get her
of
hands
yours
on.
since you were little?
Yes, and it has. It's been something that I have always had a curiosity about, and it never really faded. It just grew.
That's amazing. Are Vincent and Vor, are y'all in the conversation?
I'm listening intently.
I'm assuming you're talking to her in the wagon. We did not give her her own horse. Yes.
Correct.
Nope, nobody has their own horse. We're
Everybody's
either walking behind or we're in the wagon.
The person piloting the wagon is Vincent. Everybody else is currently riding in the wagon.
Because it's my wagon, bitches.
Lead on, Bitterman.
Shimmer's just sitting on top of the wagon, head like poked down from up above, upside down, just staring at the two kobolds and the ex-cultist now. Do not
Like a pleasant, curious stare or angry stare?
no, like just distrustful, like eyebrows just knitted together. Like I'm waiting for them to betray us and do something bad.
There's a certain level of
He's
mistrust
waiting.
amongst the group with them.
Yes, he's looking for. I'm not looking for a reason, but he's waiting for a reason to kill them if need be.
Jesus.
The kobolds also tell you that the first thing that's ever been done for them that's nice is what Siri has done for them and let them out of prison and actually try to get to know them, which is a very unusual thing for them. Like they've never experienced any behavior like that. All they've known is just cruelty from the people around them. They've never known kindness. So think of them as like the angry kicked dog that everybody's afraid to approach, and you essentially approached it and was like, "You're not that bad."
Man, Teeps, that was kind of mean.
Destiny brought us together. We can be friends now. I hope your lives are better from here on out.
I mean, I trust him about as much as I trust Vor at this point, so you know.
They again thank you, and the other one's just like, "I'm gonna be a paladin." And Frolum is like, "Really? You two?"
For Snickers at that.
Proem did what?
When he declares, "I'm gonna be a paladin," for just snickers.
Yeah, I wonder what did Frolum do?
She just kind of gives him a funny look, like, "Really? You? A paladin?" She doesn't really vocalize it, but that's the expression on her face.
I understand that. I understand the expression. I couldn't look over Siri. Making some tall orders over here.
I don't think so.
We don't even have a paladin in this group. How are you going to teach him how to become a paladin?
I'm sure we will cross paths with Paladin.
And I'm sure they would just love to teach a kobold their path. We'll see. Don't get your hopes up too high, young lady.
I don't have them too high.
Okay.
Then I thought you were driving.
I am driving. I can talk and drive a wagon. It's not like it's a car. It's not like I'm
That's
going
true.
70 miles an hour down the highway. Hold on, it's like this. Giddy up.
I think I was
Giddy
picturing a
up.
covered wagon.
Giddy up,
I don't.
giddy up, giddy up. Let's
That's something we
go.
did. That is something we didn't specify. But even if we did the covered wagon by the bench, the back part would still be open. I could still look back and talk to you guys.
That's true. That's true.
I mean, sound does kind of carry. I'm just saying. On Donner, on Dancer, on Prancer, on Vix. Oh, sorry.
DM, is this a covered wagon? And is it possible to pull down the cloth at the front so I can't see Vincent?
Yes.
All right. I'm going to do that.
Okay.
Vincent pulls down the whole covering. Barbarian, hello.
Is it just on top of all of us now?
Now you're all in
Essentially,
bed.
So,
Hey, a tent.
you make the full trip in about 6 days. It's a 200-mile trip from Greenest to El Terrell. And with your several horses pulling the wagon, you safely make it with no incident. Upon arrival in El Terrell,
That must be a sight, just 8 horses pulling a wagon.
mm-hmm.
Because normally you only have 2 horses pulling a wagon.
How many hours on the last day leading to the town did it take us from breaking camp that morning to get to town?
We'll say 4.
So it's around noon then, probably.
Yep, roughly.
Okay. And how has Brolem's attitude and demeanor been over the last 6 days? Since I didn't really think you were going to jump that quick. I figured you were going to have us do an overnight camping, but I'm okay with it.
Yeah, the reason why I'm not is because there's another long road trip coming up, and when you get to that, there's going to be a lot of interactions in that one. So I'm kind of just brushing through these short road trips that are like 6 days that you're going to be taking.
Okay, then how was her demeanor and her actions over the last 6 days?
Pleasant, if you make me an insight check, I'll tell you if she's lied to you at all.
Okay.
She's been
19?
completely honest with you the whole trip.
Okay.
She has not tried to deceive you, lie to you. Every question that you've asked, she has answered honestly and as truthfully as she possibly could with her knowledge. She has been the
And she
she has been the essentially model prisoner.
you say she was a half dragon too, or is she human?
No, she's human. I
Okay.
think she's either human or like an elf or something. Let me look. She is a half elf.
Okay.
So you make it to El Terrell. El Terrell, a large, orderly city overlooking the river Kianthar, is filled with merchants, river traders, and farmers' markets. Its most distinguishing feature is a brilliant magical light that hovers above it, illuminating it day and night. This light is painful to undead and is visible from almost every corner of Eltegard, of which Elturel is the capital, appearing from afar as a star or distant sun. Don't ask me about Eltegard and how big it is and where everything is as far as borders. I don't know. Upon arriving in Elturel, you have an opportunity now to go through some shops, try and find some stuff that you might like to spend some of your gold. You could also sell your horses that are extra horses if you don't need them.
If we've got the wagon, we have no need for 8 horses.
It's true.
Can't sell my beloved horses.
Is there a downside to having them?
Besides tack and upkeep, not really. I mean, it's kind of whatever. It's there.
Yeah.
Stabling horses. Fuck, I know there's a chart for it. But we'd have to pay for a place for them to stay for the duration we're in town. We'll have to pay for their food, make sure we have extra food for the trail. Maintenance on the wagon.
Also, once you are in town, you hear about a rather famous tavern where there are lots of things that are going on for like feats of strength and games you can play while drinking to just kind of have fun. Like, it is the hangout of the city for the majority of its people that have the ability to spend enough money to be able to party and hang out and play those games.
Well, first things first, I guess we have a prisoner, so we would want to go find the monk first.
Okay.
I believe that's what we'd want to do.
As we enter the city, I will ask one of the guardsmen, the highest ranked looking one, if he is aware of the monk in the city, if he left instructions for prisoner transfer.
Yes.
What's his name?
Leosin is the monk.
Got it.
He tells you that Leosin is currently with Onthar Froom, who is a paladin of Torm, and he currently is at the tavern, which he
Did you
owns.
say a paladin?
I did.
You did. I look over to little Kobold and Siri. Here's your chance, hun.
She ignores him. What was his name?
Onthar Froom. Ontharr. Frume.
My condolences. It appears she's
Vroom,
done
not
with your
Vroom.
shit. Hey, Shim, I got a message for you in chat.
Oh, fuck you too. In chat.
You broke up.
I do not have that spell.
You don't have shield? You're a sorcerer.
Yeah.
Is it not a sorcerer spell?
It is.
May I inquire as to which spell you took?
You may.
Lady Shim, and this will have happened one night around the fire somewhere. Take your pick. Would you be willing to exchange spell for spell to fill our rings with useful spells?
Shim can take care of Shimself. Shim very resourceful.
But as I understand it, the arcane pool of knowledge you pull your spells from is different from the arcane pool that I pull it from, or even Ciri pulls from. Would it not be exciting to have access to other arcane schools?
Wait, there's a pool of knowledge? Shim just like trying new things, and they just work sometimes.
Sometimes, yes. That's because, as we've learned through study. What is this? Vincent Vor thinks to himself.
It should be Vor. It just says Vincent. Vor thinks to himself, listen here, you little shit. You just had to have a look when you went to explain it. I'm sorry, but you did.
The reason some things work for you and others do not is because magic is divided into categories, schools, pools, if you will. I have access through my patron to a certain select pool of spells, and you have access to spells that I do not, and I have access to spells that you do not. I propose an exchange of spells for your entertainment.
What kind of spells?
Well, for instance, you seem to like to do things to your enemies, both overt.
One sec, Vteepes, I'll be right back.
This is gonna be a negotiation. Fuck.
Like I said, that look on your face, dude, I'm sorry, it was priceless. It really was a look here, you little shit.
Okay, go ahead. I'll play Shim. I'm just kidding.
My lady Ciri, would you be interested in an exchange of spells?
I look over at, I hate this name. Frolum?
Frolum. Mm-hmm.
Son of a bit.
Would you have any spells that he might be interested in?
I would need my spell book.
I'm sure we can arrange something while we, are sitting around the campfire, but...
It would be a good test of her loyalty to see if she takes advantage of having her spellbook in her possession.
And for the time that we would have to do it, I don't see her trying anything with 5 or 6 of us surrounding her. It wouldn't be a smart play either way, but like I said, that's not concerned me. But in the meantime, would you like to go and have a drink at the inn with me?
I was actually about to propose... Wait, are you talking to me or her?
Yes.
I was actually about to propose that the first round is on me after our successful ventures at that party joint they were talking about as we entered the city.
And I look over for Lorne. Are you going to maintain your best behavior, or do I really need to get to check? I would rather not, of course.
So, real quick, we're going to backtrack slightly to the trip on the road. I'm imagining that this whole interaction between Frolum and Vor about exchanging spells would be on the road, correct?
As well as Shim, yes.
Okay. She says yes. I would be happy to aid you in storing spells in your ring for you, if it will help persuade you that I am not out to screw you guys over.
What tier of spellcasting mastery have you acquired in your pursuit of knowledge, if I may ask?
Oh, I didn't write stuff like that in the chat. I'm sorry, I forgot you're streaming.
She tells you she knows 3rd tier spells.
You have put in a lot of dedicated study, and can I assume that you pull from the arcane knowledge of wizard craft?
No. You would be wrong.
Do you have the innate spell guidance of sorcery?
No. I'm a cleric.
Remember she was casting heal spells, dude? Like, big ones?
Shit, you're right. I should have known that. I'm sorry.
She had that sanctuary spell, too. That was a very interesting one to work around.
Yeah. No good. Not really any good for us.
It's good for me.
She tells
No,
you the
you attack things. No
Yeah,
attacking.
but it means that if anything's attacking me and I'm your barbarian, that if they don't succeed at that wisdom save, they would have to get closer to something else or lose their attack altogether.
She
So
could
that
join
would
our
be
party.
beneficial. Well,
You,
we'll
you,
see.
you, the raging barbarian, are going to sit there and not attack something mid-combat.
Oh, you're right. I have to maintain not attacking. Never mind.
Yeah.
So-
and yeah, it's also that the whoever's protected by sanctuary, they literally cannot attack or else sanctuary falls off.
Yep. You cannot take an aggressive action. You can heal.
Oh yeah,
You can buff, but you can't attack.
that definitely rules this guy out. My bad. So it's not so good for me. Okay.
Right. So she tells you that she knows quite a few cleric spells, and she gives you a list of them. They are Tier 1, Command, Cure Wounds, Healing Word, and Sanctuary. Tier 2, Calm Emotions, Hold Person, and Spiritual Weapon. Tier 3, Mass Healing Word, and Spirit Guardians.
Is there a
Those are
limit
the-
to what your
those-
ring can hold?
Up to 5 spell levels. So I can only have one of those 3rd level spells in there.
But that is a big one. How many, out of character, of course, how many hit points does that cure?
Mass Cure Wounds,
Mass Healing Word.
or Mass Healing Word.
1d4 plus spellcasting modifier, but it's up to 6 creatures.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's a group heal. Okay.
As you call
Might
out
not be
words
so
of,
beneficial.
as you call out words of restoration, up to 6 creatures of your choice that you can see within range regain hit points equal to 1d4 plus your spellcasting modifier.
And if hers won't work for you, Vteepes, and then they just don't work. I mean, but it was just a thought I had.
But
Yeah.
Spirit Guardians is actually one that would be very beneficial to you.
That was definitely one of the ones I was going to throw in here, and then at some advantageous part in the battle, I was going to toss it onto the barbarian and let him have at it. It's a 15-foot radius.
I guess I'm not sure what it does. It increases my range.
No.
That's the one that caused the spirits to pop up in a 15-foot radius, and you had to make a wisdom save or take necrotic damage, or take damage along the way.
Okay.
It is a self-cast. So you can only cast it on
hell.
yourself.
I mean, I guess you could loan me the ring.
You're usually up in melee thickness anyway, so...
Sometimes. Okay. Yes. If you would be so gracious as to drop a spirit guardian into my ring, that would go a long way towards the spirit of cooperation that we are working to engender here.
She says that she would gladly do so and puts it in your ring. Because y'all have shown her kindness instead of cruelty as your prisoner.
Your contribution is noted by myself. Thank you.
I don't know if you guys can see that.
Patting yourself on the back.
I would never.
Good job, buddy. Good job. Oh, Shim!
Oh God.
I'm back now. What's up?
Shim had to take a dump.
What?
Not at all.
You like to play tricks on your foes and do things to them, both physically and psychologically, yes?
Shimps likes playing tricks. They're fun.
How would you like the ability to cause any person you cast the spell on to have a weakness to their natural abilities of your choice? Like, would be kind of funny to take an acrobat and take away their sense of balance. or a strong man trying to show off, and you cast a little spell, and suddenly he's not as strong as he used to be.
Well,
It'd be
Shim
pretty
not
entertaining, right? No. It would only be painful if you
Terrible idea.
caused them damage on top of jinxing their ability. Otherwise, you're just jinxing their ability, and it's all in good fun. Unless we're in combat for our lives, and then it could save the barbarian being choked alive by a Goliath. No offense, Vincent.
He is a Goliath, by the way.
I'm a Goliath.
Shit, I forgot about that. Giant.
Like, I just imagined him choking himself.
I'm like, yeah, like, wait a minute, what? That was oddly specific.
So one of the spells I have at my disposal that you do not is called Hex. I imagine a clever lad like yourself, or lass like yourself, could get up to some great mischief with such a spell. Okay, Onion Knight.
Hold that thought a minute. I got a truck.
Damn it! I'll get a spell out of you, you fucking you fairy bastard.
You haven't asked me yet.
I was about to. I was going to, and then he pulled crap with the girl.
I didn't pull any crap with the girl yet. I mean,
So, I'll let y'all work that out in a minute, but I'm going to go ahead and say that all of the spell storing and the different rings of spell storing that you're doing happened on the road during the 6-day trip to El Terrell.
That was the plan, yes.
Which is why I backed up. But going back to El Terrell, where like all of what y'all are negotiating between spell slots is already done, you talk to the guard. He tells you where the tavern is. I want to call it something other than what it's actually called in the module because it's such a weird name. The name of the tavern is A Pair of Black Antlers. Like,
I agree.
Interesting.
so I'm thinking of naming it something like Netsy.
Club Netsy. I can get behind it. Or the Blackthorn.
In response to your DM, Wymil, she would not have taken any aggressive action towards you during that 6-day trip.
But that would have kind of also portrayed the illusion of trust, too, if you know what I mean.
Right.
If I don't have to do a deception roll, because I would be kind of deceiving her, so I don't know if you want me to roll it or not.
I do want you to roll that.
It would be, I don't know if I get advantage because it would be deception, but not deception because I would be giving her an augment of trust, hence the shackles and whatnot. So that's up to you, but
I still want
believe
you,
it should be
because you were intentionally giving her opportunities to turn against you and like take an aggressive action against you. I will say make a deception roll, which you succeed.
So she just thinks I blindly trust her. Cool.
So the guard tells you where the tavern is. We'll just call it Netsy. The Netsy Tavern. It's over there. And you all go to the tavern?
Yes, I would ask Frolom, I really hate that name, if she would like to have a drink.
Okay. Upon entering the tavern,
I am back,
you-
by the way, really.
Okay. Upon entering the tavern, you see that there's an arm wrestling match going on. There's a chess game going on. There's sleight of hand magic tricks being performed, like the can you guess what's under the cup type thing in one area. There's a copious amount of drinking and a drinking contest going on as well, of which one of the things is they're trying to see who can do the longest keg stand.
I'm right there. I want to try that.
Don't you want to do the strength one first?
Oh, Shim, think of how much fun you could have in here jinxing
Yes,
people.
drinking is con.
It does me no good whispering to you if you tell everybody what I'm asking. I'm just saying.
Well, that's a mechanics question, so.
Okay, I'm trying to keep it in chat so it's not in our roleplay like I was asked. Oh, I could do either first. Why, are you wanting to have an arm wrestling contest?
I just assumed that's where you would go, but you don't want to get messed up before you do that. do you?
Don't worry, lass. I have an iron stomach.
All right, I'll go with you.
To drinking or to arm wrestling?
Drinking.
Ah, fair enough.
I have offered the first round of drinks in celebration of our...
And I will look over for a moment and say, my apologies, miss, but I will have to insist that you come with me.
Okay, so. You notice that there is this one person in particular in the tavern who has this rather nice red beard, humanoid, scar above his left eye, short, well-kept hair, balding in the front, in full plate. He wears golden armor. And he seems like he's looking around the place almost as if he owns it.
He probably does.
You said he was just standing there?
He's just looking around the
Around.
place, observing, seeing who's winning and who's not, and making sure everybody's being honest. You are free to approach him.
I'm approaching this cake stand is what I'm approaching, sir.
Okay. The guy who's running the essentially event says, "Would you like your shot at it? See
Why,
if you
of
can do the
course. How
longest
much-
keg stand."
What are we up to and how much will it cost me?
The man in plate also has a blue closed fist on his chest.
Why is his fist blue?
It's not his fist. It's like a emblem on his chest.
Gotcha. Don't be literal. Got you.
My good sir, is there an interest fee to participate in this event, and where might I place some bets?
Repeat.
My good sir, is there an entrance fee for this event, and where might I place some bets?
Which event?
The cake stand. My friend Vincent here believes, and I have faith in him, that he can handle your best.
Well, We don't typically take bets unless somebody requests that they would like to make a bet, and then we all place a bet.
I think he's requesting it, is what he's saying. So I think for the way this works is you would have to tell him what you're willing to wager. It's a noble thing. He's not used to this. Tell him what you would like to wager, and then he will see if anybody in the bar would like to match you.
What do you mean, noble thing?
Is this not a den of gambling and excess?
This guy.
This is a den of drinking and partying and having a good time and being good-natured and merry with each other.
Then I have come to the right place. Things are a little different here. So betting is a friendly?
Yes, usually. We don't typically do it unless somebody specifically wants to place a bet, and then that usually riles up the rest of the members of the bar.
Would it be acceptable for me to address the room at large, or do I need to come through you or the proprietor?
I would prefer you come through me.
I wish to put forward a challenge. If Vincent here, and looks at would like some competition, the longest keg stand, and a bet of 100 gold coins. I will even pay for the keg involved.
Yes. That is plenty sufficient. You said you want to bet 100 gold coins?
Yes. They need not come from any one individual. And if 100 is too steep, I will drop.
I'm kind of looking at him like, what the fuck?
As well.
Okay. The plate mail wearing gentleman just kind of looks at you as a smile breaks out across his face. He says, "That'll be plenty sufficient. I'll take 10 gold for the keg. And I'll take your 100 gold bet. And I'll wager 100 of my own gold against you."
Will you be the one taking up this challenge? Or do you have a champion in mind?
I will be the one taking up this challenge.
Oh, fuck.
A worthy challenger, Vincent.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Onthar Froom.
Paladin, I presume. Onthar Froom.
Yes, of Torm. I'm sure you can tell by the emblem on my armor.
Well, of course. Then this will be my honor for this challenge. I gave him a little mediocre bow.
By the judge of your weapon, you're a barbarian, aren't you?
Well, yes, and I kind of feel like I have an unfair advantage if you're going to do a handstand in your armor, sir.
Ah, not at all.
As you will. I will not begrudge a man his whims. So I am assuming, since I have no armor, I would get advantage on an athletics check on this.
It's a constitution to make sure you don't get too drunk.
What, wouldn't it be athletics too for the handstand?
Nope.
Okay.
So,
oh god,
go first.
Is he a dwarf? Hold on, is he a dwarf?
No, he's
okay.
human.
No, I must insist for you to go first, sir. This is obviously your establishment. I could not insult you by going first.
Well, why don't we do this the smart way then? He motions to the bartender, says, "Bring out 2 kegs." And he puts them side by side. He says, "On 3."
If I may.
Oh.
I like the cut of your jib.
May I place a side wager with any individual who wishes to take it? I will offer 1 gold crown against a gold or silver from anyone who wishes to take the bet as well.
I kind of look over at him and whisper to him, "How much money do you have, Moneybags?"
I live for this shit. It has been so long since I've been in a proper party establishment.
All right.
Ah, it's
You know,
gonna be great. By
Is
the
it
way,
too late for me to
can I get
compete?
you
can I
know
get a
if
beer
I
for
lose,
myself?
I'm not giving you your money back, right?
I offered to pay. What kind of
Just
pitiless wastrel do you think I am?
my kind.
I
Siri.
was willing to split split the profits with you, as you're the one actually competing.
Oh, have no worries. I will not lose on purpose. And I kind of give him a look and walk off. Man, everybody's typing.
So he brings out 2 kegs, gets them set up to do keg stands with. You just threw me off. Not that kind of place, no.
Okay.
I don't
Siri
have that.
one?
Okay, first off, I don't have that kind of thing in my campaigns. Ever.
Okay, just asking.
Oh my.
But, he has the kegs brought out, set up to do keg stands. It says, when you're ready, on the count of 3.
Whoa, hold on, Onthram. Hold on. I actually believe Siri was interested in partaking as well.
If she wishes to challenge me to a drinking contest after you, she can. But right now, you're the one who challenged me.
Well, no, technically, you challenge. Okay, yeah. I just wanted to do a keg stand. I didn't challenge anybody. Thanks, Vor.
So,
Just shit-eating grin on his face. This is probably the happiest, most animated, involved in anything that you've seen for to this point. Speaking of, how much for a round for the party?
single
Where's my
round for the
drink?
party, and basically a pre-game drink for Vincent, will be 2 gold for everyone. That's
Okay, the others aren't here, so they don't count. 2, 4, 6.
no.
Plus the girl is 8.
2
plus
gold
2 kobolds.
for everyone.
Oh,
Not
is this
2
shit
gold
watered
each.
down?
2 gold for everyone.
Is this shit watered down or what? What are we dealing with here?
No. He's just a very generous, happy, well-off patron of the bar. So he returns that generosity and kindness to the people who come to the bar.
And
You,
we're kind of
sir, are an
creating
inspiration to establishments everywhere.
and we're kind of bringing in a crowd now that we've got this big of a challenge on the market too. I'm sure
Exactly.
word is getting passed along. This is about to go down.
Exactly.
Would we have brought the kobolds in here with us, or are they outside?
They are minding the horses and the wagon
Okay.
and keeping watch over Frolum, along with the other 2 that are not present tonight. So, to ease Vincent's mind about the whole thing and put him Shadows and Mikeal are also with the kobolds and Frolum.
Damn, shadows could make a killing in this joint. Oh well.
I know, right? One time you need him here.
So, again, kegs are set up. Are you ready?
Yes. What are the rules?
What are the rules? First one to
Yes.
stop drinking and fall loses.
Fair enough. How do we do this as a DM type thing?
So, first one to fail a Constitution save.
All right, let's do it.
Difficulty is going to start at 5.
All right, War's already failed.
I don't know why
that
it
was the
rolled
wrong
a
roll.
performance.
That was
I
the
don't know.
wrong roll.
I don't know why it rolled a performance. Oh yeah, hell yeah.
I'm kind of worried about that roll there, sir.
Vincent.
This is gonna be a straight roll off again. I'm in another straight roll off.
So difficulty now is 15 on this next one. So
Ooh.
you, next one is 15 or higher.
The next one.
Mm-hmm.
Vincent, 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 Vincent,
Ooh.
Vincent,
All right.
Vincent, Vincent.
16.
Fuck your dice today, dude. Oh, I missed. He made
You
it.
failed. He beat you.
He beat me. Straight roll off.
Ah!
That means I had to have rolled a 8 on that.
Ah! Well played, sir. Well played.
It was a straight roll off. He put me up against somebody that was just as crazy as I am.
Of course he did. Fucking asshole DM. Cost me 100 fucking gold.
So
A
he
deal's a deal.
comes down from his keg.
No, I look at him. I'm like, no, sir. I need at least one rematch on that one.
You sure about that?
I think best 2 out of 3, sir. And I will willing to drop 100 as well.
He puts
If Siri
another.
doesn't mind. If Siri doesn't mind giving me one more moment in the spotlight.
He puts
Go
another
for it.
100 gold down. Says, all right.
Thank you for your generosity, Siri.
Difficulty on this one is going to start at 10.
Okay.
Oh, he got a little drunk on the last one.
He underestimated his he just fell down and broke his nose. He's
No,
like, okay.
no, he didn't.
Whoa there, big guy. Are you
Essentially,
okay?
the tap popped out of his mouth while he was trying to drink, and just kind of sprayed all over his face, and he fell. And he gets up, looks at the keg, looks at you, still on the keg, still drinking. Says, "Well, you guess you won this round." Fucking tap on that keg made me lose. Here's your 100 gold. Well done.
No, we said best 2 out. We said best 2 out of 3 for the whole shebang. He's on for 200 right now.
Okay.
There is a chance you could take the whole shebang.
All right, shall we begin again?
Are you
One
injured?
and
Do
one.
you,
All
do
right.
you require healing before?
I do not.
I think it was more his pride on that one than anything.
Make your roll.
Can Shim get in on the betting pool?
Sure
Oh
can.
shit!
Before we do this last round, anybody else who has not placed a bet, go ahead and place a bet. So far,
Do you want me to reduce the gold before, like now, or do you want to wait until after the contest if I happen to lose to reduce my gold? How do you usually want us to play that kind of thing?
just reduce your gold after you lose.
Okay.
Kind of confident there, aren't you, DM?
Have you seen my dice rolls?
That's the only bad one I've
You
seen
guys
so
are
far.
you guys are pretty tied up,
Right
actually.
What are the
around this
odds?
time, you hear from towards the entrance of the bar, "I'll put 20 gold on Froome." And if you turn and look, it's Leosin.
Ha! You old scallywag! I'll take that bet.
And he drops 20 gold coins on the table when he walks up.
Hey, Vor. Shim would like to get in too, so let's find out if there's any other takers before you take the next one.
Oh, yes, of course. Apologies, Lady Shim.
Shim wants to put 100 gold on Froome.
Never mind. Forget what Shim's saying.
Leosin looks over at you, Shim, and says, "You seem to know what's up."
Shim is out of his damn mind. Shim is out of her damn mind.
I'll take
Shim
that
saw
bet,
what
Lady
happened.
Shim.
Shim saw what happened.
So,
Crushed the first one.
Froome looks
Got-
to you, Vincent.
Got cheated out of the second one.
Thank you, Shim.
I didn't tap him.
Froome looks at you and says, "I appreciate that thought, Shimmer. My friend Leosin here told me about you guys."
Never given anyone my full name. All they
Shim.
know is Shim.
Shim. Are you ready, Barbarian?
I am. But are you ready? You want to check the tap real quick?
Now let me check the tap real quick. So he checks the tap, make sure it's good. Says, all right, let's do this.
All right,
Phil!
let us begin. We gonna start with a 5 this time.
No, 10.
Vincent, 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 Vincent,
No, Froome loses.
Vincent!
Well played, good sir, and I give you my hand and congratulatory. That was a hard-fought match.
Well done. That is impressive. There's very few people who can outdrink me.
And how am I feeling on the drunken scale at this point? Still in my faculties?
You were pretty smashed.
How are you doing? Alright, so I gained 100.
150. I'll split half the winnings with you.
Shem, you are down 100 gold.
You got your 100 back, plus his 100. I got 100 from him, which I had intended to split with you, unless you're good with keeping your 100.
I'm good with 100 right now. You decide what you're going to do with your money, sir.
Can I buy you a drink? That was the most entertainment I have had in months.
Don't forget you
Leo,
also
join us.
You got what, 20 or 40 off Leo?
20.
And poor Shem lost 100.
I mean,
Had no confidence in me.
Leosin looks over at Froome and he says, "Ah, dear Froome, I feel you're getting old. Or let him win."
I think he let me. But he is a gentleman. Speaking of which, I think Ciri's turn is up.
You still up for this?
Are you challenging
Does
me? Are you challenging me, or are you challenging
trying to
Froome?
challenge Froome. Does he look drunk at all?
He looks like he's been drinking all day. But he still happily accepts your challenge.
He's not one who's going to back down. If he can keep going, he's going to keep going.
Do it. I've never done this before, but I want to try it.
oh, Lady Ciri, you're in for a treat.
Okay, so the way this works is essentially your companions here will grab your ankles and lift you up over the keg, upside down, and they will stick the tap in your mouth and start shooting beer in your mouth, and you have to drink it as quick as you can, otherwise it will fill your mouth and explode.
Do it.
First one
Who
to
wants to
stop
hold my
drinking,
legs?
the first one to stop drinking or fall loses.
Froome, come over here. Join me.
Are there any other takers?
And I purposely bring her into the festivals. So, who should we vote for, Froome? Who are we going with?
Well, are you betting
I've
on
got
Froome or
100
Ciri?
gold on Lady Ciri.
What's that?
I said, are you betting on Froome or Ciri?
Well, that's what I'm asking her, and you are her, so.
I am not her.
Froome? Yeah, you're playing Froome.
Froom's not with the party.
I would have brought her in. That's what I said.
He specified that he was dragging her along.
I did not catch that. My bad.
Yeah, because I thought that's where Leo's son was anyway, and so I said I was bringing her in, and then I just said 5 seconds ago that I was bringing her over to the bar where we're actually at to engage her and have her brought in.
Would you have shackled her before you brought her in here?
She has given me no indication that she needs shackles.
Okay. Leosin is
But that's
not
why-
real happy that she is not chained.
That's fine.
What's he gonna do about it?
Hey, she surrendered to him. He's got custody.
It's my head if things go wrong. Like I said, and he'll question me out of character. It's RPing. It is what it is.
Leosin
My
looks.
character makes his calls.
Leosin says, as he's shown his age, I suppose 20 gold on the lady this go around is in order. Talking about Ciri. And about that time, he notices that she is not shackled. He says, why is one of the purple robes of the dragon cult not chained and in this establishment?
Because I am vouching for her. She has given us no cause in over a week to have suspicion of her current actions. I am taking full responsibility.
She's
actually very nice.
She tortured me.
We all have done things in our past I'm sure that we have regretted. Have you not?
My only regret is the people that I could not save.
And that is very understandable. She is trying to, at the moment, live a new path, and I believe it is right to give her the chance to do so. If you have any qualms, I'm sure you will speak to her on your own and do what must, because we did bring her here to you. But how I do that was my business. She's here. She is delivered.
Do you have shackles? If she is
I
delivered
do.
to me, she is now my prisoner, and I will take custody of her.
Well, then you may have her in the morrow, sir. As of the moment, she's my guest, unless you deem otherwise. But I will take responsibility until the morrow.
If anything goes wrong, it's your head.
I understand that.
He accepts it. He accepts your terms then.
Okay?
So, 20 gold on Ciri from Leosin. Are you ready?
Well, hold on. We got to see if there's any takers, right? And I look back over for Lom again. And who do we think will win this?
I matched the 20 from Leosin.
Froome will put down 40 on himself.
I'll take that bet too.
I'm still waiting to see who Frolom thinks will win it.
Frolum says that she has no money on her, so she will decline to bet.
I did not ask you who you were betting on. I asked who you think will win.
Historically, the large man in plate will probably win.
Okay. Then I will drop 20 gold if anybody takes on Froome.
You
Okay.
said Froome dropped 20 gold on himself?
40.
40. I'll take that bet. And Vincent is betting 20 gold on Froome?
Mm-hmm.
Are you just taking all the bets, dude?
Bro, I'm a drunken wastrel. Like, this is my jam. This is what
what
got me into the bind I'm in right now, OOC.
So, uh-oh. What happens if he doesn't have the gold to pay? Do we take him out back?
No.
I'm keeping track of my gold. Alright, Vincent, you're on the hook for 20?
Yep.
Alright.
You say you're giving me 50 gold for the competition?
That's the winnings from the initial bet I made.
So I just gotta add those if you're taking them away from yours. Okay, I'm adding it.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
My original bet with him was 100 gold, and I could not have won the gold without you. And gambling is all well and good. Like, there's no social order in a tap house. One of these houses, at least.
Okay, I added it. I'm getting to be a rich person. Go ahead.
You ready, Ciri?
What about you, Shim? Are you placing any bets on this one?
No, I'm done with betting.
I sent you a Discord message, Smoke, and I'm about to send.
Go ahead, Shim. I will cover you a 20 gold bet. Who would you like? Shim?
No, Shim good.
Okay. You eating a taco?
Quesadilla.
Ace of taco, gotcha. How come I got the feeling she's up to some tomfoolery?
Fucking ultra sensitive keyboard. All right.
Ready.
Okay. Go ahead and make your first roll. Difficulty is 5 starting out.
Saving throws, right?
Mm-hmm. Constitution.
Oh, you're in trouble. You are in so much trouble.
I have stuff to add.
You passed now. You don't have to add anything yet. You succeeded.
Yep.
I did?
Yep.
It was a 5. You got a 7.
Oh.
Siri, 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 Siri,
Next roll.
Siri, Siri, Siri.
There you go. That's what you need to win.
Woo!
Woo! Wait,
Okay.
she didn't cheer for me. Never mind.
The difficulty is 10 on this next roll. Ooh.
Ooh!
He falls.
Siri!
He stops drinking. You win.
I did it.
I'm gonna offer to help him up.
You help him up. He looks over to Leos and says, I think I am getting old. It's unusual for me to lose a drinking contest like this,
What, twice in one night?
especially twice in one night.
But honestly, we are not your normal Patreons either.
True.
The adventurers,
True.
we have a little more stoutness to us.
What was that?
Since I beat you, you want to do a favor for me?
Since I humiliated you in front of everybody, you want to do me a favor?
It's an easy one.
What is that?
You're a paladin?
Yes, I'm a paladin of Torm.
And Vincent, knowing what's about to come, is perking up and just smiling.
Can I tell how drunk he is? Like, insight or something?
He's
Now I
pretty.
got-
He's pretty hammered.
Touche. I just realized what you did. That is very smart.
I have a friend, a new friend, but he's really sweet and he wants to be a paladin. So I told him I would help him. I'm not a paladin myself, obviously. You look like you're really good at what you do. Can you just talk to him? Maybe do like an hour training session just to kind of get him started on the process? I'll pay you.
Persuasion check?
You don't. There's no need to pay me. You beat me in a drinking contest. That's payment enough. I will reward you for beating me in a one-on-one competition, a drinking duel, so to speak, by giving your friend some of my time and seeing if we can't help him.
Thank you. Can I give you a hug?
Sure.
Okay. She gives her a big hug.
Drunken, big bearded man gives you a hug back.
Clasping, big guy, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Reaching up, putting a hand on his shoulder. From You have an amazing establishment here. And in the spirit of all good fun that we have had, I would like to purchase a round for the entire establishment.
Very well. I'll match that round for the entire establishment with 1 round on the house.
Round on the house, boys!
The whole bar just up and roars and cheer. Round on the house, yeah! And it just gets really, like, unbearably loud with, like, roars of joy. And then you see the 2 men who are arm wrestling, like, one's a dwarf and one's a Goliath, and the dwarf punches the Goliath in the face and says, "Free round!"
Gets punched in the face. Yeah.
And the Goliath is just like, "Free round! Yeah!"
Ooh, I want the winner. And I go over towards your arm wrestling.
What's that gonna set me back? It's 2 gold for 6 people, so.
Now, we could spend some more time in this area if you want, and play some more games, or if you want to progress with the story, we can. It is up to you as players.
I've got about an hour and a half left. Like the latest, I'm calling it. I am calling it at midnight at the latest.
I've got about half an hour before I got to hang up to pack up here.
Okay. So
that may be the best time.
I was going to
I do
say,
a 12-hour shift
Back
tomorrow.
on like 15 minutes after that.
well, honestly, with you having to hop out and then it being like 15 minutes, and then Vteepes will have to go like 15 minutes to a half hour after that. We never intended for this to be a long session. This is going to be a short session tonight. We can go ahead and call it here.
Well, your math's a little bit skewed, though. If he goes off in 15 minutes and is only gone for 15 minutes, that still gives Drac almost a whole nother hour.
Yeah, but I'm also not wanting to have him exhausted at work tomorrow. So I think this is a good spot to call it, because from here we can pick up and we can go forward with the actual story. I will tell you that you have impressed Froome, so that is good. Like, that set the stage for actually moving the story forward by doing that. So, good job.
Kicking his butt at games impressed him?
Yes. He's like this big, like, happy-go-lucky. So here's what the description from this part of the chapter says. When the characters meet on Froome, they find him to be a good-natured paladin of Torm, the god of heroics and bravery. He is a man of action who loves jokes and pranks, a stiff drink, and a friendly scuffle.
He definitely got friendly scuffles. Okay, I can see it.
Like, you have impressed him by out-drinking him. So, we're going to go ahead and call it for here, and we will reconvene Sunday night at 9 p.m. I know I keep saying that at the end of every broadcast that we do, but we end up playing like 2 days later. So this time it will definitely be Sunday night that we play again at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And thank you for tuning in, Ragnar. I appreciate that. You were my only viewer tonight. But I do thank you for tuning in. Don't really promote these like last moment in the middle of the week streams like this one is. So I expect a better turnout viewer-wise Sunday night for us anyway, because that's the one that's advertised. But again, yeah, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you Sunday night at 9.